All right, my first attempt there was kind of not working right, so I had to readjust the camera and get my laptop. Let me just see how this sounds here. Hold on one sec. Don't want the double reverb. All right, my first attempt there was kind of not working right, so I had to readjust the camera and get my laptop. All right, just got to turn that down, then we can get started. All right, so this is the one that I did a history video on. You can go and see it on my site. On my site you can see the Doppelkopf, I guess is the way you say it. There's a history video for this operation that the Germans did in World War II, and this one is Baltic Gap. It only uses part of the west map, and we're going to be seeing everything below this river, south of this river, is in play. But the main goal of this operation was the Germans were launching an offensive, and if you watch the video, the history video, you'll see they launched an offensive that was two-pronged, and they kind of went up this way to try to open a narrow corridor here with the rest of Army Group North, and they did open a 15-mile wide corridor, but then it was eventually shut, and Army Group North, as you know, was cut off and stuck up the very top of the Baltic states here, and a lot of them had to evacuate via the ports and things like that to go back and over and get to Memel. So we're going to be focusing mainly on an offensive here that goes up through here, and we need to take Kelm, and I'm not even going to try to say this town, but these little points here are your victory point, your population points on the map, and you'll get victory points for taking these over. So it's imperative for the Germans to strike up this way and get as many as they can. The Soviets get points for units that are, I believe, south of the river. Let's see here. They get 1 extra VP for having units across the river at the game's end. And then north of the river, just this row of hexes is in place. So we have pretty much all this, but it's going to go in this direction. And right now we're just kind of punching counters and setting up everything. I'm going to go no plexi on this. This is half of my table, and then the other half is going to be another OCS title for when I'm going to try some face-to-face stuff later on. All right, let me get started here. Pretty small scenario, that's why I picked it. There are some units that go in the dead pile. Randomly select 1 attack-capable unit from each Panzer and Panzer Grenadier division and add it to the dead pile, which I found to be interesting. So I'll have to put that on the side and see how that goes. Now I just need my clipper. Not sure where I put it. All right. Clipper and the laser pointer. And probably a pair of tweezers. Decided to go live today. I got nothing else to do. We'll see if anyone pops in. Otherwise, I'll just talk to myself. Quite used to that as well. All right. Trusty counter clipper here, in case anyone's wondering. It's actually a ceramic tile corner clipper. But as all wargamers know, it works the best also with clipping counters and, of course, the red pointer that everyone needs sometimes. Although I don't use mine that much. So, okay. The first thing we're going to be doing is getting the 1643 Infantry Division, the 69th. So we got to look for that. There's going to be 2 steps down on that one. So the Germans do set up first. So basically when it tells you that, you're going to look through here. It's not part of a division or anything. So you want to look through here, and then you're going to find the 1643 unit. So it'll be one of these, and you want the 69th, which is this one right here. So you're going to pop this out, and it's got a 2-step loss, it says. So we're going to get this out and punch. This is a brand new copy of Baltic Gap for me, so I'm gonna punch that out. We'll set him there for now, and then we need a 2-step loss marker. So it's going to be one of these with the 2 skull. I'm going to be eating a little bit, maybe drinking during this, so you have to excuse me. It's snowing where I am once again. I just got to check the volume level real quick. Bear with me here. It's snowing where I am. All right. You're going to get a little bit of a double feedback there, but it's early in the video. Okay. So there are some fog of war rules for placing these, but for now I'm just going to put this underneath here. When you get bigger stacks, there's a whole set of rules on how that works. So don't worry about that now. I'll place this. This will be going in West map 2.16. I think the Germans are going to be starting way over here. Oh yeah. They are way over here. I'm not even sure that's on the camera. Let me bump this up just a little bit. Way down here. So, I don't know, it's going to be risky to not accidentally hit something on this board. So 2.16. Wow, that's way down here. Okay. We'll try this for now and see how it works out. All right, next we've got some big stuff here. 2.21 within 3 hexes. So again, there's a variable setup here. And the variable losses come from entire divisions. So we don't do that with this. This is just a... You're going to need a whole thing like this, for example. The 4th Panzer will randomly lose something. 5th Panzer. All right. Okay, next we've got a level 1 hedgehog. So I have a feeling the Germans did start, there was a line that they started behind, they launched over. I can't remember, I'd have to watch my own video. We're gonna need a level 1 hedgehog now. So the debate on counter clipping goes on. I do believe in counter clipping, but not in sleeving cards for board games. All right, 2.21 within 3 hexes. And since I have to set up first with the Germans, I have no idea how this is where the Russians, the Soviets are going to be. So here we go again, right? Decisions. Let's see here. 2.21 is right here in this town, Ubarkus. Within 3 hexes of that. I'm just not sure where those Russians are going to be. A hedgehog. I mean, I'm on the offensive in this, so just put it in the town in case something happens, reckon, right? So there's going to be a lot less, there's going to be a lot more stuff in here. We have the 9th Corps HQ. So now you got to look at your HQs and find 9, which is here. Let's see here. Within 3 hexes. I might have to, I wonder if I can cheat a little bit and look at the Soviet setup. I don't know exactly where the Soviets are going on this. Let's just take a look here real quick. Oh, they are down there. Okay, so 2.15. Oh, they're close. Yeah, 2.16. There's actually Soviets right here, so I don't want to go too far out with this HQ. He's going to need to be able to throw so high. We'll put him here. So this whole setup part here has got to go in that hex, and that's 1032 Infantry Conf Group, KAD, less 1 step. 232. Let's see here. 1032, sorry. These are always fun to try to find. All right, it's going to be one of these. It says KAD, less 1 step. That's going to be this one. Okay, that's got a step of damage on it. Hey, what's up, Jason? Yeah, have you played this one by any chance, this scenario? All right, let's see here. Less 1 step. This looks like a scenario that I really need to hustle in. All right, so he's there, and they're going to be in 3 hexes. We'll put him here. I could, within 3 hexes, 2.21. I could move these guys up then, 3. Put him in the woods, maybe. Yeah, let's move him up. Let's get him ready earlier. He's got 1 step loss. Then we also need, oh, the hedgehog has to go with it. Let's see how this goes. Still debating on whether I want to put plexiglass over this. Once you make that decision, though, you're kind of stuck with it. I don't know. Means I'd have to use 4 probably. I have to have anti-cat plexi to go over this. That'd be 2 pieces right there. I don't like this ridge. The combat, all the setup always happens right on the fold of the map. It never ceases to amaze me how you could have this whole thing, but they all got to be set up on the crease. I'm not sure if that's going to make it or not. I just don't like that. I might have to put the plexi down. It's going to cause some sort of a glare. I just don't trust it. My Jaws of Victory ended that way. My setup, when the plexi broke in half, of course, I told that story and scattered the markers all over. So let me, before I get too far in this, let's just do that. I'll have to go get it. All right, hopefully that's not too bad. Okay. There will be a glare, unfortunately. 2.21 within 3 hexes. So we'll move this up. 1, 2, we'll put it here. These guys ready. Then this one was 2.16. These guys are going to be right next to some Soviet units. Let's put them here. I might use some off-map holding things and maybe put them up there. I might use some index cards on this one. I'm going to be setting up Smolensk, Barbarossa derailed to the right of this game. All right. 445 Panzer Union Battalion, I think that's what that is. Panzerjäger. Panzerjäger or Jager? Panzerjäger or Jager? That's the question. All right, we got to get one of those out. Bear with me here. Panzerjäger. Panzerjäger is the way I used to always say it. All right, the 445. All right, let's see here. It's going to be one of these, I believe. Yep, 731. You'll notice these have anti-tank ability, according to the OCS rules, with the yellow on the inside there. All right, like this. It's going to be a big stack in this hex, kind of. Then there's artillery, which I like to put on the bottom. We have a 1822 Group 9, the 9th. Let's see here. So we're going to go along and find this one right here. Later in the war, the artillery values are better, of course. All right, an 1822 and a 822 artillery group from the 3rd Panzer. Okay, so we'll want to look over here. It's going to be one of these, I believe. Let's see if we can find it. Now, of course, I have to check the errata, too, at the same time to make sure I'm not putting the wrong one out. 822. This is going to be a tough one to find here. Well, there's one, but that's not the right one. There it is, right there. This one. Only going to punch what I need for this battle. It helps keep me a little bit more organized. Wagon point and 2 SPs. So this is a pretty major hex here. That is a big stack. All right, we're going to get 2 SPs from the back of this. I'm assuming that's a dump because it says a wagon point and then it says 2 SPs. So the wagon's going to have 1 in it, and then this will be in the hex underneath there. We need a wagon, though. Usually those are mixed in somewhere in here. Be like this one. One wagon point, will flip that over like so. I just need to put this underneath here. That is a big hex. All right, I'm going to put the artillery near the bottom. And then it's up to me to just kind of remember what the heck's in here. All right, 4-5, that's anti-tank. It says a step loss. HQ. I should actually keep a combat capable unit on top, I believe. I think, let's do this. And there's the hedgehog, which I forgot to put on there, and it should go on the bottom. Fun times. That is a big stack of counters. I don't really have any trouble solo because I always forget what's in there. So I just call attacks without looking at the stack. And if I screw up and forget what's in there, then that's pretty much how I beat myself. So we'll see. It makes me nervous though. Makes me super nervous when the counter's near the bottom of the board because I feel like I'm going to knock these over. Then we have a level 2 airbase in 2.28. I have other ones with green air bases. I should probably separate these so I know what I'm doing. We'll make the Germans yellow for now, and then it's a level 2, so we'll pull that out. And again, you have the option of having the arrow point to the hex where the air base is. Until I know what's in there, I'll just put it down normal. 2.28 is going to put us 6, 7, 8. That is a weird spot. Is that right? 25, 26, 27, 28. In this little town here. For now, we'll just keep it like that. German supply sources are entry G here. 2701 and ports. 2701 is clear up here. That would be that. That makes sense. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting little offensive here. All right, next we have the 1432 Infantry Division KAH, less 1 step. 1432. It's going to be one of these. This one here. With a step of damage. Automatic flight on the 15th of August, where we start, and then it ends on the 29th of August, 1944. Germans are always first. All right, this one has a step of damage. I won't bore everyone with the full setup process, but I just wanted to come on and see if anyone was online at the moment. I don't do too many live streams because I'm always doing stuff at weird times of the day, such as now, 12 on a Saturday. I'm sure everyone's got better stuff to be doing. All right, this is minus 1 step. He's in 3.16. But it's also a good primer for people that haven't set these games up before. Maybe it helps someone out there. There's definitely going to be something going on here. Right. In this, there's going to be something going on along this river edge, definitely. So we'll see how that sets up. All right, next is a pretty big stack. We have the 40th Panzer Corps HQ. And that's going to end up having to take a random loss, I believe. Then we have the Großdeutschland Panzer Grenadier Division. Let's see, that one's going to have to take a loss. It consists of only the 1st Panzer, 2nd, 3rd, a Recon AG Artillery, PGAGR, 40th Panzer Corps HQ, 7th Panzer. This stack is going to be huge. All right, so 40th Panzer Corps HQ. So we're going to need to get that out. That's going to be this one. I was going to do enemy at the gates, but I forgot that the formations aren't marked. All my counters are screwed up and they're mixed in, and I'm just not... I don't have the patience right now to go through and separate all that. 5.25 within 3 hexes. So now we're going up to here. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we go here. This is going to be a big stack. All right. So bear with me here. All right, we're going to need the Großdeutschland Panzer. That's going to be here. So it's this row. I may just use this formation marker. We do have to do a random. It is randomly select one attack capable unit from each Panzer and Panzer Grenadier division. Okay, so Grenadier. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. First, second, and third. So we have this one. This one. And that one. The recon. The AG, the artillery, the PG, and the GR. It's a weird way to list these. That one's in there. I believe this is the recon. The RD, the AG, the PG, and the GR. Okay. That's interesting. Let me see. I'm gonna have to look that up. Nice thing about going live is you're unedited, so you're gonna have to sit through this with me. Mechanized infantry. Yeah, I got that. All right, so that's gonna be one of these. But which one? Grenadiers here. GR. Weird. Okay. I mean, to me, it looks like the whole thing except the truck. Looks like you leave the truck behind. There's a thing about in Baltic Gap where you don't use organic trucks. It's back here at the beginning. Let's see here. I actually had the latest one printed out, but forgot where I saw that. There was something about the Germans don't use their intrinsic trucks or something. Here. Sometimes a group of units can deploy within a certain radius. Multi-step units in such groups are allowed to detach breakdowns. Note, if the side setting up first has deployed a combat unit in a hex, the other side cannot set up in that hex. A German player has some aircraft with low values, unless otherwise indicated when setting up. Should these be inexperienced air units? Half of the planes of a given type should be inexperienced. One counter per German mobile division in this game is hypothetical that isn't used. For all but one, this is the organic truck. To emphasize it once again, the German organic trucks are not normally used in this game. Okay, that's brutal. There is an optional rule that does allow that. Less historical, more fun version. Give the Germans their optional organic trucks loaded. Give the Soviets an extra SP every turn. And that gets you rock and rolling on the offensives there. Gives you something to do. I guess I won't use that, but. All right, so. Now, according to this, randomly select one attack-capable unit from each division and add it to the dead pile. So this is the formation notifier here. This does not count. And remember, attack capable. I don't think that counts artillery. Well, no, it does have a ground combat value. I have to look up the exact definition of attack capable real quick. Into the old rule book, right at the beginning. I kind of know where this is. I just want to make sure I don't get this wrong. All right. There's mobility. Well, here we go. Combat units with the printed combat strengths are attack capable unless the strength is parenthesized or the unit is in strat or reserve mode. All right. So that's going to include that artillery then. I'm just going to check and see if they haven't changed anything. There are some extra notes in the reprint of this, so maybe I should use that. There's some extra notes in here. The only rails converted to Soviet-wide gauge is hex 16.01. All right. So it's going to have to be random out of this whole pile. That's a bummer. All right, let's grab all these and do some sort of a shake here. I'm not sure if I have a cup. I do have a cup. All right. It's 1. All right, let's just hope we don't lose some armor here. This is why I don't normally video setup for these games. You can see how lengthy it is. All right, randomly select. Here we go. Please don't be my 30 artillery. Yeah, okay. That's great. All right, it is, that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, we lost, this is probably some Stug 3s. We lost our anti-tank guns, so we lost this unit. All right, so that'll go in the dead pile. We're gonna put that up here. That's a bummer. All right, then these guys will need to go out after we punch them. All right. Okay, so this is together. Let's punch these. I mean, it could have been worse. I could have lost that artillery. Artillery is a 30. I'd like to open the, you know, the campaign being able to use that. You know, these German units aren't the best, but I mean, this is an action rating of 5. I don't know if you can see that. So that's nothing to laugh at. They could probably get surprised maybe, or at least a die roll modifier. I mean, the stats aren't, I mean, well, the 8's pretty good. I guess I can't argue with that. But that 5 is just awesome. All right, so let's do, we can put these two together in the same hex. There's a lot more in this hex that I have to get still. The 7th Panzer is in that hex, some security stuff, a truck point fort, there's a supply dump. So there's a lot of stuff in there. 5.25 within 3 hexes. I don't know, maybe I put them on this road. Put them up here, maybe. This is a big hex. It's definitely, it may have 10 REs, or it may make it an easy artillery target. We'll have to see. The Germans go first, though, so that I can get this right off get it started properly here. All right, I'm gonna check chat real quick. Nothing going on there. It's a busy Saturday. Looks like it's just me and you, Jason, hanging out here. All right, let me get an index card. I'm gonna need it. I'm trying to think of what else I have. A lot of stuff in this hex. All right. A lot. All right. Okay. Let me think about this. I don't have any open though. We'll go here. I don't want them in the forest. And then we'll do, it's the 7th Panzer. And I think this is going to be the same way. We do have to randomly clip something. All right. First of the 25th. Second of the 25th. Panzerjägers 42nd. 7th GR. Six PG. It's probably the whole thing. 37th Recon, yeah. '78 Artillery. Unit designation. And a single truck point. Looks like they put these together on the counter sheet. And we're not using the organic. Then we need to randomly kill one. Not that. I'm hoping I can lose maybe the 7th here. I really don't want to lose this armor. All right. Oh yeah, we're almost done. We're cooking right along here. All right, let's see what we lose. This is a random one. Yeah. Okay, and actually that's almost exactly what I picked. Off to the dead pile goes that one. Hex to Hex has entered the building. All right, clip these. It's snowing again here. I just actually got a 2017 Mustang, which I haven't really been able to drive the way I want to. So while I'm sulking, I'm just going to clip counters. And eat oatmeal. All right, we're going to put these on this card because there's no way on God's green earth that I'm stacking these in that hex. We're just going to put these here and put them to night-night. All right. There's also 4 SPs in that, so that's a pretty big supply dump. And there's some security units too, so. All right, that's going to go there. I could probably put the other ones in there without a problem. All right, just push this up. There we go. Reminiscent of Battalion Combat series right there. Okay, we also need, let me get the 4 SPs because I'll forget. And then sometime next week, I have to set up the other OCS game right next to this one, which is going to be a little bit more wide open, Smolensk. And then I have to make sure I cat-proof this whole table. Do the Soviets get some sort of, they do. They get a lot of within 3 hexes. So I'm setting up first. I'm doing this blind. I don't know where the Russian troops will go when I set up. So I'm going to set up, and then when I do the Russian side, I'll just exploit whatever stupid mistakes I make in the German setup, and then we'll go from there and see what happens. I don't know where they're going to go, so I kind of cheated a little bit and did see that they have some units down here. But as far as this within 3 hexes thing, I don't even know if that's the right choice or not, but we'll see. We need a security division, the 522. It's a 522 security, the 390th. So it's going to be in here somewhere. Just got to find it right here. This is a 2RE unit. We got the truck point, and then we need 1 artillery group here still. So we're still going. I'll put that here, actually. That's fine. And then we need a 1222 Arty. It's going to be one of these here. 40th. This one right here. I won't bore you guys with this full setup. I just wanted to get a little camera time today. In between full videos, I've been doing like YouTube shorts and all that stuff. Just for the fun of editing videos. So if you see those pop up, that's just me goofing around. That's gonna go there. So that's a big hex. So all of this is in there. So there's no way I'm going to stack that up. All right. I put them in the woods, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's a good idea. Because I don't know what the Russians are going to set up. So if they're in the woods, it's counts as the combat line is close. Maybe I can get something for that. I don't know. I'd have to check the other charts. I forgot what the effect is on artillery on that. All right, all that is in there. That is a ginormous. I'll have to rearrange these later to put the formation counters on top, but for now we know what's in there. We'll just set that right there until I knock it over. And then we have, where's my highlighter? I need to mark these off somehow. So all this is it's considered the 3rd Panzer Army. Then the 16th Army will go out. And those were your 2 major contributors in this German attack. The Soviets had the 3rd Belarusian Front and the 1st Baltic, and I think that was it. And they get some reinforcements. The German reinforcements are, well, they do get a lot. They get a lot of stuff coming in. I think they get a Tiger Battalion. House rules in the back of this book. All right. Six is done. Here we go. Okay, that one's done. This one's done. This one's done. That one's done. 6.17 is a 1643 infantry division. 6.17. 1617 again on the other side. Looks like we're going to line up on this river. And this one has a step loss, the 212th. So you check your sheet, and you're going to run along here. They're going to count up. And that's this one. There's never enough room. I get paranoid when a counter pops out, so I always feel like I have to put it back. I was going to play some SCS games, but I feel like if I try to jam 2 different systems into my head right now, I'm going to make some grievous errors. So I'm just going to stick with one system for the moment until I get this out of me. I took some time off, and then I thought I was playing OCS. And so now that I'm back, I just want to play OCS. So it's going to be a little bit of an OCS channel for a bit. Then we need a step loss. I'm not sure what drives my passion to go through this. I could easily play this stuff on a computer. War in the East, for example, I could be playing that. Command Decision. I'm not sure what drives me to actually set these up without an opponent and try to play this stuff. It's kind of a weird hobby, but I have been obsessed with it since I was like 12 years old, so I don't really know why, but whatever. It's kind of hard to explain, I guess, why we do this. I think it's a little bit more visceral to move the counters and then be on a computer screen where you're just scrolling around. I don't know. Plus, I like the artwork on the maps and stuff. And I don't know what makes me do this over using a computer. It's very odd. Perhaps I should see like a psychiatrist or something. 6.17, that's going to go here. So what I'm guessing is you're going to see a build up behind this. So how many reserve markers do we get? That is the question. Four reserve markers. And I forgot what an SVGZ marker is. That's something specific to Baltic Gap, I think. In the Königsberg box, we get a truck point and some ships that I think can bombard the coast. So there's a few rules in this that are new to me. All right, that one's done. In 7.19, we have a Hedgehog and another infantry division, the 252nd, and that one's mauled. So that has a 2-step loss. All right. This is in 7.19. Now we're going up the map. Another town that's occupied here. And that one's got a 2-step loss on it. I feel like the video I did with the France OCS that I just finished was probably my best one in terms of not making mistakes, and the mistakes I did make, I caught. Not, of course, counting gameplay errors where I was just being stupid, but I think I caught most of the stuff in there, including some things you have to look out for, like when you're in a ZOC or whatever, supply into and out of for trace supply is blocked. If it's like foot traffic or whatever. So you have to remember, like, it does say into the hex and out of the hex. And I think a few times I was just acting like you have to get the supply there, but I didn't take that into account. Technically, you couldn't get into that hex. But I did catch it on my video. So, and there's a hedgehog. I played one scenario where there's just hedgehogs. I think it was the enemy at the gates a couple of years ago, where it was coincidentally one of the last live ones I did. There's just hedgehogs everywhere. Every hex is just buried with them. And, sometimes you just forget what's in there. 7.19, okay. And that is it for this hex. Now I'll set this up and then I'll do the Soviets later, and I'll completely forget what's in these hexes, so that's good for me. It's good for solitaire play. There's a few things that make a game really good solitaire, and that's chit pull and completely just forgetting what the hell you just did the other day, which is awesome. And that happened to me in Enemy at the Gates. I would attack a hex and just completely forgot what was in it, and it led to hilarity. All right, 10.19, we had the 548 Infantry Division. This one is not beat up. It's a 14.32. Okay, this one. Finally, I can place down a nice, fat 4RE unit without any damage to it. Action rating of only 3, however. And that is 10.19. We're going further up here, right outside Kelm. I feel like this takes place a little bit after the offensive launched. I remember they had to strike and take this. So this might be a little bit after. All right, 13.34 is our next one. That's going to be... Oh, this is different. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's all the way up here. So I guess the Germans are going to end up going in this corner and have to go that way. All right. 201st Security Division, 622. It's this one. $13.34. Oh gosh. All right, 1, 2. It is in Memel. Okay. Well, that's way over there. All right. And then a Navy Flak Battalion with the parenthesized attack combat value. Okay. The 520 Navy Flak Battalion. This is going to be interesting to find. All right. There's that SV. I got to look up what that is. I can't remember. I think it's going to be one of these up here. The 217. Yeah, it's this one. Ah, the Kriegsmarine. Purple. There's a color you don't see too often. I lost a damn counter here. I'm guessing if something happens that they get to Memel, this game is hilariously over. Okay, and then an SP goes in there, so not too much in this hex. This is one of the smaller attacks, offensive in this version, or in this OCS title. That's why I picked it. I like scenarios where you have to break through and relieve someone or open a corridor or something like that. And an SP goes over there. Okay. Of course, it's the part just outside the plexi. Man, I probably could have pulled that over a little bit more, but well, we'll see what happens. Nothing else in that one. Then we have 17.21, a 643 Infantry Division, the first, without any damage. Damn, this counter. Man, stick in there. $17.21. Again, other side of the river. Smart. All right. Here's the big one. 5th Panzer is going to go in 17.25 within 3 hexes. That's going to be here. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. There, maybe? Let's see. I really want to peek and see where the Soviets are setting up there. Should I cheat? I don't think I should cheat. The rules explicitly say Germans set up first. So if I had friends and there was another one sitting across the table, he would be watching a movie right now while I do this, and I don't think he would let me look at that. And going off my knowledge of history, I have a bad feeling that if I really want to tuck in behind that river up there, I feel like I need to be closer to the front so I could get more damage done on the first turn. Of course, I could go this way. Maybe right there. That's a tough decision. All right, thanks for dropping in, Steve. It's not the most exciting recording. All right. All right, let's get the 5th Panzer out then. So this is going to be everything but the truck. So the 116, or not. Let's see. Yep, it's going to be this. The 1st and the 2nd of the 31st. I'm pretty sure I just grabbed everything but the truck. Of course, we're going to need this. The 2nd, the Panzer, yep, we're going to need this. The 5th Panzerjäger, this one. 14th Grenadiers. That's this one. 13 PG and the 55th Recon. Both of these. Oh my gosh. This is kind of more of a hangout video, so it's not going to be too exciting. There's not even a truck point in there. All right, well, let's randomly lose one of these. And this could hurt. What don't we want to lose in this pile? Let's see if I can get that in camera here. Oh, this goes out. This is the marker. We definitely don't want to lose this armor. That's a pretty good unit. That's a 5 action rating. Decent combat. This is late war, so I'm going to assume the Soviets had some nasty units, which I will allow myself to take a look at. Let's see if we can find all their armor. All right. Yeah, they're 9s. Action rating is not as good. They're 9s. Yeah, their armor's slightly a point better. Oh boy. It's actually a lot better. This is going to be a tough one. 8. Yeah. Good God almighty. I don't know if you guys could see this. A 90? Are you kidding me with this? Oh God. All right. Well, if you ever play with a friend and you have Baltic Gap, play this and let them take the Soviets if they're new, right? And let the fun commence. All right, let's randomly lose one here. We have been up for how long? $60 minutes. It's a good hour. I won't keep you guys too much longer here. All right, be good to me. Come on, fate. Now, more anti-tank out the window. All right, 5th Panzerjäger gun. That is the... I haven't lost... I haven't lost one yet. I thought I did. All right, that's 3 in the dead pile. We clip these. We'll get our little index card ready. I'll place this and then head out, and that's at least, you've had at least an hour of me babbling and putting stuff together, so you can kind of see how to set up an OCS scenario. And I'll pretty much be rinsing and repeating this for 2 pages, so not a lot of excitement to see here. It is a long setup, and if I had to do this all on camera, it would be at least 2.5 hours probably, especially with all the talking I'm doing and the waffling. All right, all of these have got to go out. And also in this hex is the 14th Panzer and a Werfer regiment. So we've got 2 divisions in here. I'm going to have to randomly kill someone in the 14th, which is the one with the peach-colored stripe here. Not a super great division. My units are not that great. I'm going to assume here that I'm going to have to get a lot of DGs, poke a small hole, and pray for the best. The goal will be to strike north and capture as many population centers as possible. So I'm guessing 1, 1, 2, a 2, a 1. Everything south of this, I need to get all this stuff up in here. Here's a 2. That's a fat and juicy one right there. Okay. All right. Where was I? 17.25. Within 3. Let's tuck them in there. Try to make something. That is a woods. Woods is 2 for track, 3 for truck, 1 for leg. Yikes. I really want to go through that. I really don't have a choice. Blah. Okay. Do what we gotta do, I guess. Alright. got the 14th in this one. No, I should not try to write like this. All right. All right, 14th Panzer is pretty much going to be the same thing without the truck. So we're just going to grab all this. Leave the poor truck behind. I'll probably have to put those in a separate baggie since they're not really used. And then a couple of years when I come back to this, I can be like, why are these trucks in a baggie? And forget everything. All right. The 1, the 3. Yeah, that's AG. I don't really want to lose that one. The 4 Artie. That's correct. The 126 Recon. 108 PG. Okay, 103. All right, that looks right. Okay. Stack that over here. Did I forget any supply points on the last one? No. All right, we gotta lose one of these. Yeah, again. All right. Okay. We're going to lose more Stoogs. Dead pile. Brutal. All right. I'll let you guys go after this clipping, this annoying clipping segment here. Anyway, that's how you want to, that's how I set up an OCS title, at least. I kind of break it down, and then if it's a new title, I only punch what I need for that scenario. And that way, if I can't finish it, I just put it in a baggie, and I know that whole scenario is right in there. And then we also have in that hex a 32-2 Werfer Regiment. So here is your rocket launchers. This will be fun if I can find it here. Apparently I'm blind. Here we go. It is the, which one? The 57th. You gotta love this. Look at that bad boy. One of my favorite units in the game. Of course, usually ineffective, but I just can't resist. All right, so we will put that in, I'll actually put that in the hex right there. We'll slide this over. There's probably a piece of cardboard in Baltic Gap for the dead pile, but that is pretty much our setup so far. And if you're watching this later, let me know what you think about where I'm going 3 hexes out, if you're familiar with this scenario. All right, I'm going to take off, folks. Thanks for the people that stayed and watched. And I will edit this with the description later and all that fun stuff. And kind of finish it up. Maybe I'll do another one when I start the Soviets, so we can see how bad I screwed up the Germans and get a look at it from that way. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. See you all later.